Well, hi there, everyone. I tell you what, if you're a rugby punter and you're not absolutely shaking after that game, then I don't know. I was an absolute nervous wreck on the plus 15.5. And if the Lions had scored at the end there, of course, my bet would have lost. Absolute tension. Of course, the handicap was really in the balance all the way along the line, as was total points. Henrik, sitting there with something on your lap there. Henrik, what's that? You were under 55.5 points. You must have had heart failure.
Yeah, I was shaking. My heart was pounding, Brent. Because I had the under 55 and I had the minus. So yeah, it was tense moments there at the end, and I just prayed for a knock-on or a turnover. Luckily, they got the turnover.
And for those worried we're breaking the law by having a baby on a betting show, the law is actually no 2 to 18 are allowed to bet. So if you're under 2 years old, you're allowed to punt.
He's 4.5 months.
We've got the baby. Well, a guy probably wasn't quite as tense as us at the end of the game, although I suppose, with the Lions on attack, I know you had the plus 23.5 play at halftime there, Gavin, so that came in. And your 10 points handicap obviously wasn't in play in that last thing, so you could sort of perhaps sit back maybe a little bit less tense than us. But what a game. And let me start by giving you credit there and giving the Lions credit. That handicap could have gone either way, and frankly, I think that match could have gone either way. It was just class in certain key areas of the Crusaders.
Absolutely, Brent. Look, when Giant Chiefs missed that conversion, my 10.5 went out the window because they could only get to 12.5. They'd have to score twice. So, I was out of it with about 6 minutes to go. I wasn't in it. In fact, when they got it down to 12 points, the Crusaders went and scored again. Then I realised, I was done, because had it got down to 10 at that point, I would have been really excited. But because my 10 went quite a long time ago, I was needing to score twice for quite a lot of the game. Going back to the points, we were talking at halftime, saying another 25, 26 points to go, and that's pretty much what we got. I was right there. Well, I was right by not having too much confidence in that point spread. Look, I won a little bit on the plus 23.5. I didn't go berserk. I lost on the game, but I don't mind. Again, I lost because I got it wrong. I didn't think it'd be between 10 and 20 points. So the bookmakers again got it right. Anything between 15 and even if you'd taken plus 18.5, which I think was the highest I went to. Henrik, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I saw 19.5 at the 9 to 10. No. So everybody on the plus lost and everybody on the minus won. So, but it did. It came down to that. You saw now at the end of the game, could have scored at the end. I mean, Giant Chiefs just missing that try by a millimetre or two or a couple of centimetres or whatever it was. What was interesting to me is that the TMO or the referee didn't go back for Havili's kick at Giant Chiefs' face. I know he didn't connect him, but that was quite interesting because he's got his hand on the ball close to the line, thinking he scored, and Havili's coming in there swinging a foot. And I know that I've seen guys getting sent off for that kind of thing. So it was very interesting they didn't look at that. Maybe there was nothing in it. I don't know. But again, Crusaders getting tackled into the corner in the beginning, scoring. Giant Chiefs just missing. That's 2 tries swing. But you're right, Brent. It was a great game to watch. I did lose, but you know what? I enjoyed the game, and I'm glad that they scored a few points and made a bit of an effort out of it.
Yeah, it was certainly an enjoyable game to watch. And Henrik, for me, there were a couple of key moments in that game. The one I want to mention to you first of all is Combrink's attempt at posts, when I think they were 14 points down, I think at the time, and it was a bit of a speculative kick from quite an angle. And as a plus punter at that stage, I actually thought I was relieved that he was going for posts, because I felt that the Lions had the momentum and that if they kicked to the corner, look, their lineouts weren't working. The Crusaders were well coached. But for me as a punter, I was happy that Combrink went for the penalty there. What did you think?
Exactly, Brent. Even if the kick went over, I was very happy that he kicked. Even if he kicked it over, you would have they would have lost the momentum. They would have been back in the own 22 after the kickoff, and they just gave away the momentum. I thought they should go for the corner, and they had to go for the try there. Even if they didn't score immediately, they keep the momentum.
Gavin, there was another point in that game which I noted down as, for me, a turning point. Crusaders down to 14 men. They get a line out. The Lions kick it out to touch. I tell you what, 99% of teams would have slowed the game down, taken the line out, held the ball in. Not the Crusaders. They take a quick line out. They take it through I don't know how many phases, and they end up scoring a try. And at the end of the day, you could only stand back and say, what an incredible side, and Lions, you gave it your all. But that, to me, was a sign of what Crusaders rugby is all about.
100%, Brent. Look, Exactly. Their defense was fantastic. They didn't stuff around. They knew where they were going. And every time the ball went out wide, I noticed there was an overlap. There was either 4 against 3, 4 against 2. The Lions didn't read their line well. And the ball came back again, then they were scurrying over and they didn't get it. But one of the key moments for me, or not moments, but it happened so consistently. I didn't understand why the Lions didn't get it right. Every time the Lions kicked the ball off from a kickoff or kicked it forward, the Crusaders got the ball and they weren't tackled. I mean, I think we got 1 ruck out of about 8 kicks, whereas the Crusaders kicked the ball off every kickoff, and every time we got the ball, they tackled us. They were right there when the ball landed, so they timed their kicks perfectly. And the Lions didn't do it at all. And I'm not surprised you guys were happy that Combring took that kick, because I wasn't happy.
I'm sure you weren't, Henrik. Another part of the game, we spoke already at halftime about the fact that the Crusaders were able to counter the maul, and I think they perhaps set the blueprint for more countering in the future. So I've always wondered why people don't just aggressively attack the maul, and that's exactly what the Crusaders did, and it worked well. But there was another element, the commentators picked up on it, and it was the fact that Malcolm Marx and Quagga and them weren't able to make turnovers. Now, there were 2 sides to that as far as I'm concerned. One, the Crusaders didn't have a lot of possession, so they didn't have a lot of turnovers to make. But I noticed every time they try to get over the ball, the Crusaders seem to have done their homework and cleaned them out. That was also very, you've got to give credit to the Crusaders coaching staff.
Yes, the clean out at the breakdowns were brilliant. I thought to myself, is Marx and Quagga even playing at times, because you didn't see them. Normally you see them over the ball, they're putting pressure on the attacking team, and they're getting if they're not turning it over, they're slowing the ball down. But they were always there. There was always 2 guys cleaning them out and making sure that they had no chance of getting their hands on the ball. And for me, also another point, Brent, if you had to look at both teams attacking, the Lions looked like they were on a stroll, and the Crusaders, they're like lightning. They are so fast, the ball goes, so everything is done at incredible speed. It's a big difference between the 2 sides on attack.
Yeah, I can't argue with you there. And I guess you literally got the baby in this game, and you hung on there for dear life. Guys, I think that's about it from a betting analysis point of view. It was just one of those games that was a thrill to watch. I literally was, when I started trying to set up the chat, I was shaking because the end of that game was just so tense. Just in terms of the rest of your weekend, Gavin, anything else for you to punt, or are you going to sit it out now and wait for the Curry Cup?
So the Curry Cup's coming up. I'm going to do a bit of a preview on that during the week, and I'm also going to look at the Rugby Championship. So from a weekend's point of view, not rugby this weekend, but I'm having a small go on England to hold on against India in this Test match, and what a fantastic Test match it's been. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, a bit off the rugby topic. I'm looking at this. I know it's about to start in a few minutes, or in 20-odd minutes, and then I'm going to watch some club rugby today. So yeah, interesting weekend for me. But thanks very much for the show, Brent. Thanks, Henrik, and enjoy the weekend, guys.
Thanks, Oracle. Henrik, thanks very much. You better go do your babysitting duties when your wife sees this footage. I've got a feeling you may be in a little bit of trouble. And thank you everyone for joining us. We're gonna definitely link up with a few more of these in the future. And got a couple more shows planned. We'll probably do something for the PGA Championship next week. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel. You can go and subscribe and make sure you're notified. Henrik, very well done, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, well done, Minus Punters. Well done.
Thank you, Gavin.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us. This experimental broadcast. I'm sure we'll do a couple more going forward. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yes.